Hi Sagittarius, it's your Basic Bitch here. Welcome to Basic Bitch Tarot. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Like, comment, and share the videos. You can check in the description below to see how to contact me for a personal reading. I love connecting with you on a personal level. It just fills me with joy. So I'm about to do a Celtic cross for you, which is different than a relationship spread because yes, we can do a Celtic cross and make it situational, but you need to know that even if you understand tarot and you can figure out what these cards mean in a situational way, that's fine. More power to you. You can look up the meanings of the cards from a situational standpoint, but what you need to know is that no matter what kinds of situations, relationships you find yourself in, they're all happening because your soul wants it to happen on a deep soul level. And relationship messages are great and all, but I want us all to connect with ourselves on a deep level, aspect our sun and our moon sign, sometimes our Venus sign too, your Mercury sign if you're talking about communication, maybe your Jupiterian sign when you're thinking about career. Anyways, the Celtic Cross messages are a break from all that drama, get you centered back into yourself. So, kittens, I live on the coast of North Carolina, and right now we have a hurricane hurtling towards us. And I just started to record. I just did that whole spiel for you, Sagittarius. And I had a storm warning alert come through on my phone that made this loud noise. All the lights went off. One of my birds flew into the wall. It was like mass hysteria, pandemonium. I just stopped the video. Normally, I insist upon shuffling the deck on camera so that you can see the cards unfold. I literally had just stomped all the cards out, separated my piles out, and was ready to lay them on the table, and all of that happened. Um, so I'm not going to reshuffle or anything. You're just going to have to trust me on this one. And we're going to get into it. This will be your Celtic Cross message for the week of September 7th through the 14th. I like that, 7th through 14th. It's like a week and then a fortnight. I like that. So let's just go ahead and get into it then, since the deck has already been shuffled. This is you right now, Sag. This is what's crossing you, helping or hindering you. This is what's driving you. This is the past. This is what's crowning you. You know what you're thinking about. This is the future. This is your inner resources and what you're bringing to the table. These are external resources and what others are bringing to the table in your life that you don't control, that others do. These are your hopes and fears, and this is a final outcome. Up here, I have drawn 4 cards for you. If I have time, this basic bitch talks a lot. It usually takes me 4 whole gigabytes and 30 some minutes just to talk you guys through this, and I want to be thorough. If I have time, I will tell you what all those cards are in this video, but if not, I'm going to create a second video, which I plan on doing for all the signs that have their animal totem cards, their divine masculine and feminine oracle cards, and a demon card for my demon deck, which I rarely do. I'll also use my psychic tarot deck and we'll answer a question that you need answering, and you'll get advice on that, okay? But let's look at the bottom of this deck. I was so excited to flip them all over, and it was like wah wah, it all fell apart in my house. Ooh, check it out, Sagittarius. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. That's so awesome. Moving into the second week of September, you guys are going to be socializing, going out with friends, partying maybe a little bit. I mean, look at this chick. What bar is she dancing in? Good Lord, I want to be there. Are you dating a blonde right now? Any of you? It's about having fun with friends and getting out, having a good time. I think you guys had the Hermit and Death in some of your past cycles. So seeing this 3 of Cups about creativity, collaborations, friendship, celebration, it's so great. Underneath that, though, we've got the 8 of Wands in reverse. That means that some things might be moving slower or more slowly right now in the second week of September in certain parts of your life too. You tell me. It might be frustrating to you at some point, or it might be a relief. Sometimes the 8 of Wands is known as Cupid's arrow. If it's a relationship, it could be from afar. Or maybe you or someone else has shot their arrow and you want all these ideas to come together and form rapid communication. That's going to be a little slow moving into the second week, but that's okay. Maybe you're happy about that. Who knows? It's happening for a reason. Just trust it, okay? Trust your soul, trust Earth and the universe and your process. But this Three of Cups is a great way to move into the fall, right, you guys? If I'm not blown off the planet by a hurricane, geez. Okay, Knight of Wands. Yes. Oh my. Nice. Wow, that's great. Okay, let's start here with this. So, Sag, whoo, in our element, Sagittarius, Knight of Wands. This is awesome, you guys. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Nothing could be better for you guys. The page is about the idea. The Knight is action. The Queen of a Suit is about the feminine aspect of it and creation and appreciation. And the King is the male aspect of the suit, the ultimate energy and the power. Right now, Sagittarius, y'all are in Knight mode. Look at this guy. He's like, hey, girl, I love this card. Right now, you are wanting to take action moving into the second week of September. You're feeling all that Sagittarian passion, energy, feeling adventurous. Might feel a little impulsive at some point this week, but it's not in the reverse. Sometimes impulsivity comes with being a fire sign. Shit, we all get impulsive, right? But it's inspired action. Sagittarius is inspired to take action. Moving into the second week in September, it's really great. Whatever you're working towards, it's in the upright, which means you're fueled in the right way. You're ready to go. That's so awesome. What's crossing you guys is the Ten of Wands. So trying to wrap up a cycle in some way. And you need to do that so that you can allow for this passionate night to burst forth, okay? And the Ten of Wands, this cycle that you're trying to wrap up, it's kind of burdensome. It represents a lot of hard work on your part. And it represents maybe that you had to take on some extra responsibility. Look, why is he carrying? It's like you have to carry in the groceries every night by yourself. Or you just finished university, or you're wrapping up a job and moving into something new. You're going to take all that responsibility on yourself, but you're not dropping anything. It's in the upright. This is a completion. And whatever this cycle is that you're wrapping up, job, school, a move, a relationship, anything, you had to carry a lot of it on your own and you did hard work. But one of the great things about the Ten of Wands, you guys, is that all those wands are yours. That's all your knowledge. That's all your experience. That's everything that you had to carry with you to get to the end of this journey. It's yours. And now you can move into the page phase, the night phase, move on to the next cycle. It's good. I know it's a lot, but it's good. So whatever it is that you need to wrap up or you're thinking about wrapping up, do so and it will let this night explode. And you need it to, because what's driving you right now? Well, now, Sagittarius, look at this King of Pentacles. Are you kidding me right now, you guys? Who gets a king and what's driving them? Aren't you people confident? And Sag is confident. I love that about you. Laid back but confident, but embodying this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy of the King of Pentacles. That's the power, right? The King of Pentacles is about wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, and abundance. This can translate into a lot of things. Did you just get a promotion, Sag? Are some of you starting your own business or thinking about it? The King of Wands is the entrepreneur, but the King of Pentacles is putting it in the bank. Sag has got their mind on their money and their money on their mind going into September. And the king is the power and the full embodiment of the suit. You know, like I said, maybe you just got a promotion. Maybe you just bought a new house. Maybe you just got married or had babies and you're looking around and you're like, you know what? I don't need that second mortgage loan. I've got my shit together. This is what's driving you, getting to this place. It's not crowning you. It's not up here in the final outcome. It's your drive. Everybody wants to be the King of Pentacles. The fact that you're hunkered down into this earth energy, I associate the King of Pentacles usually with Virgo or Capricorn. Taurus works hard too, though, but like those energies really feeling so grounded, feeling stable, feeling very mature, feeling like a grown up. Like you're saying, it's time to grow up now. Not that you weren't before, but I just heard that in my head. It's time to grow up now. I'm going to embody this energy, and this pentacle and all the success is mine. And I'm going to propel forward to get to this status. I really feel like some of you, like I said, the king and the queen of wands are an entrepreneur. You've got the head for business here, and you're not fucking around, which is great. If you wrap up this cycle and use all that knowledge and wisdom and all of those wands that you've been carrying around, this night's going to explode and just fuel this passion. The King of Pentacles really has it together too. So what it's telling me is, Sagittarius, you guys really want to get it together. This king doesn't just get here by himself. And if you're the leader of a team of people or your family, like if you're the breadwinner, be it a man or a woman, this king is kind and loving, nurturing and giving. Make sure you thank those around you that helped you get there. But it looks like you're getting there by yourself. He's the only one in the picture, right? Which is awesome. In the past, for you moving into September, Six of Cups, reminiscing about good times. This could mean that recently, towards the end of the summer, quite possibly you spent time with friends, old friends, family. Could have been a relationship from long ago. But when I see the Six of Cups, what I know one of the lessons of it is that you may have had to revisit the past in any part of your life in some way, to think about what you learned in the past, emotionally in particular, to help you with a current situation moving forward. And you're carrying that in with you. It could be, like I said, a relationship, an old job that you did well at. You're reminiscing. And it's also with the Six of Cups, it's about being joyful and sort of releasing your inner child. I seem to recall Sag having death cycles, Ace of Swords in reverse, Judgment in reverse, the Hermit. A lot of the personal readings I did for Sag were tough, and you were stuck in a Six of Cups moment in reverse where you were haunted by the past. Now you're remembering the good times of different situations, and you're carrying that with you. Keep in mind that this card is also about the bridges we have between different people and different situations in our lives from the past. You always want to keep this in the upright. And by that, I mean, you always want to make sure that you stay in graceful, good standing with any person or any job or any situation in your life that you may consider a resource in some way. So that when you recall back to those situations, what if you need to call one of these people that's one of these Six Cups? You'll be able to recall upon that memory, what you learned, what happened, that old boss, that old relationship, whatever. You'll be able to connect with it again in a positive way, and it will be a resource for you. Even if it, like, often in relationships, this is like someone from the past coming back in or whatever. Well, if things were good between the two of you, the cups are in the upright and you can pick up maybe where you left off and expand. Or if it's like a job, you can call that old boss and say, hey, can I look at our policy and procedure manual again from when I worked there? Because I need to look at something that I've sort of forgotten or misplaced. You're going to carry those things with you in a positive way. And again, it's like with the Three of Cups, being that joyful inner child, recalling fond memories from certain situations. That's just going to make your Three of Cups moments even better. Maybe you're partying from friends you went to college or high school with. Who knows? Either way, it's a good card. What's crowning you guys moving into the second week of September? God damn, this is good. Seven of Pentacles. So the lesson of the Seven of Pentacles is, if you want something to happen, you are going to have to get your shit together and make it happen. Nobody turns into this King of Pentacles by wishful thinking. The lesson of the Seven of Pentacles and what's crowning your thoughts moving into the second week of September is, something in your life requires work. The Seven of Pentacles takes a long-term view of its life in certain situations. It will persevere. It will make an investment in a situation and it will look for sustainable results. Okay. The universe doesn't just drop her panties and give it to us. This is a money tree, for crying out loud. You think that woman is reaping that harvest because she just dropped the seed in and then she walked away and gave it a drop of water and did nothing? No, that would be in the reverse, impatient. What's crowning you right now is you know you need to be patient about a situation. You know that you need to plan for a long-term goal in a situation, not short-term success with something, long-term success. Your work, your relationships, maybe your home. Like I just saw someone's garage half finished. That garage is not going to finish itself, you guys. You're going to have to put in the work. But look what will happen when you do. You will reap the reward. That money tree will grow. And this usually refers to something routine based, even if it's a relationship. It's about like building towards something more grounded and stable. You're willing to put into work. You're willing to put in the work with your job, with yourself personally, with your health even, because pentacles are about health and wealth and routine, your earth stuff. I love that this is what's crowning you, because if this is what's driving you and this is what's crowning you and you've got this passion in between and all you got to do is let go of an old cycle, you're going to move through the rest of September like a boss. And I love that. This is so cool. I see the 9 and 8 of Swords a lot in relationship spreads. And it's about turmoil and anxiety and stress and limiting beliefs. The fact that this is in your future in the reverse pleases me, Sagittarius. Because the 9 of Swords in the upright is about anxiety and worry and fear and depression and nightmares. A situation was a nightmare. You were a nightmare. A person was a nightmare. I mean, look at her face. Jesus Christ, it's just over. You're going to release something, okay? You will be releasing worry moving towards the future. You just need to know, Sagittarius, that when you release this worry, in order to do that, the 9 of Swords in reverse has to go through some inner turmoil. You have to face some deep-seated inner fears, and you may have to confront some secrets that you've been keeping from yourself or other people have. Those are the things you have to go through to release that worry. It's in your future forecast. If you stay on this path, you won't be so worried about whatever situations come your way. If it's money, look, you've really got your mind on your money, looking at your past resources, building for the future. Even if it's a relationship in some way, anything in the future, you'll release this worry and anxiety and just the turmoil of certain situations that you might have been facing over the summer. That's awesome. Let's look at, this is you, internal factors, external factors and influences, internal, external, hopes and fears. And wow, okay. Well, first of all, what you're bringing to the table moving into the second week of September is the 4 of Wands in reverse. So the 4 is about foundations, okay? It's not necessarily about expansion. It's about the structure and stability of a situation in your life. Right now, Sagittarius, you're working on a personal celebration. You're working on an inner harmony. And the 4 of Wands in reverse is about a transition. You're not necessarily ready to erect these 4 little branches and build upon it with others just yet, or maybe at work, relationships or whatever. Like if it's a relationship, you're not ready to build it yet. Okay, you've got more work to do on yourself first. If it's a job that you're expanding upon, maybe you need to work on stuff within yourself first and get all your ducks in a row before you do that. You're going to focus on your own personal harmony. And you're in a transition of some kind and you're reflecting on it. It can also mean possibly that you will have conflict with others as a result. But you know what? This shit happens. Sometimes when you don't want to build something with people or a situation or a job or a new home or whatever, and you say, hey, I have to focus on myself right now and building my own personal foundation. Sometimes that pisses people off around us. So if someone gives you crap for this, don't let those bastards get you down. This is what you got to do, right? But I don't think they will because this is cool. Oh, here we go. I always bump my camera with Sagittarius every time. Every time, you guys. External factors in your life. Didn't you guys get this last time? Queen of Wands. This is so great. This means the people around you are going to be very confident in you, really build you up. The people in your life around you are bringing positive energy towards you. This is the Queen of Wands is courageous, confident, independent, very social, and very determined. Entrepreneurs. So that's really great, because if you're trying to be the king, even if you're a woman, I see this energy is non binary. If you're trying to embody the power of a suit in some way, okay, you have a masculine aspect here, a feminine aspect here. This is great. This means the people around you are going to be really warm, really caring. They're going to embody those traits and they're going to want you to embody them too. The Queen of Wands is like the best friend you could ever be and the best friend you could ever have. Again, it's like an entrepreneurial person. It could be fire signs in your life, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius around you. Just folks that are encouraging you with your passion. That's really, really good. They want you to be confident. They want you to be independent. When I see these two cards together like this, it's like, hey, I really need to work on my personal shit. And those around you, your family, your friends, your coworkers, external influences, hey, I need to do this right now. And they're going to be like, hey, that's awesome. Let me help you. Um, this is a warm, loving, giving energy. So this is the stuff you're gonna, I can hear it. It's gonna come in from many different places and it's gonna mirror the fire in you. That's so great. It's really important. And this is crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? I almost never see justice and judgment together. Wow, that's nuts. So something tells me in hopes and fears, and when I see this ten of wands here, I'm concerned that some of you might be getting married or divorced. You might be selling a home. You might be doing something that involves a legal contract. If not, you're in a situation where you're hoping for justice in the upright. Justice in the upright means a swift, fair, good outcome for what you're hoping or fearing. You don't have anything to fear, Sagittarius. This is in the upright, okay? This energy trusts its intuition and balances. It's Libra and Pisces energy, Taurus sometimes too, but mostly Libra and Pisces because of the balance. But this is about usually about legal proceedings. You may be thinking about or dealing with the second week in September, something that's legal. And you need to know that about this card, justice is about fairness, it's about the truth, it's about justice being served and cause and effect and laws. Your laws, the laws around you, the laws of other people, all coming into alignment for something fair and a quick and speedy outcome. So, what this is telling me is you're really hoping that the contract on the house goes through the way you want it. You're really hoping that that divorce hearing that you have to deal with is gonna be fair to you. You're really hoping for that. It's in the upright, but what I want to mention about this is that sometimes justice, even in the upright, the reason it comes as a hope or a fear might be that you might be fearful of the outcomes of certain things in your life because of the cause and effect. Just remember that when justice appears, don't expect to get anything else out of a situation other than what you were owed. If you asked for 500,000 for that house contract and the home inspector comes back and it's like, no, this place is worth 350 and that's it. Just remember, if it's in the upright, so it should feel fair and it should come quickly. It could be any situation. Just remember that the lesson of the card is cause and effect. You're not going to get any more or any less than you deserve in the situation, but it will wrap itself up very neatly, very quickly, and it'll be good. But what we've got at the end of the week, this is like the craziest thing. We've got Judgment in reverse. So, what this is telling me is, so Judgment is about an absolution, it's about an inner calling, it's about a rebirth, it's about passing judgment on a situation. In the upright, it can be about reconciliation of some kind. And in the reverse, it can be a lack thereof. But what I want you guys to know is the overall meaning of judgment is that it's about self doubt and an inner critic and ignoring a call in some way. Usually, what's happening here, if you look, there's these guys down here, and this angel is blowing the horn. And what they're doing is they're listening to it, but they're drowning out the noise and listening to their gut instincts, drowning everything out, trusting their intuition and what they know is true and fair that calls for judgment, and they can pass it. When it's in the reverse, what that tells me is there's some static getting in the way, okay? There might be some things that you're ignoring, and it's usually self-imposed. You are ignoring not the call of others. This is the call of within, okay? You're ignoring an inner call about something, and it might be because you're doubting yourself and you're being critical of yourself. Frankly, I don't see anything here moving into the second week in September that would cause you to need to do that. Look, really feeling grounded, working on your own inner harmony, okay? Everything and everyone around you being supportive, breathing life and fire into you, being good friends. You've got this friendship card, past resources being remembered and brought into September in a fond way, willing to work for it, getting over your limiting beliefs. Yeah, you got to wrap this up, but for Christ's sake, you're sad. You know you can do it. All this fire inside of you, don't be afraid. Listen to the inner call. Don't ignore it. You don't have to doubt yourself. You don't need to be so critical of yourself. You're the best goddamn fire sign on the planet. Aries is great. Leo's is great. I always say Sag is the best fire sign. You're surrounded by warmth. Things are fair. You're moving in a right direction. There's nothing stopping you from flipping this card into the upright and paying close attention to your intuition. And when you do that, you will hear that inner calling. You will pass your judgment, and you will know you've judged fairly and correctly. You could be misjudging a situation by the end of the week. You need to drown out the background noise, okay? If you feel like you're misjudging something, drown out all the bullshit. Listen to your own heart, and don't be so hard and critical of yourself. When you get this card into the upright, you will feel that absolution. You will feel a rebirth. You will, and it's like an inner calling. And judgment is the second to the last card in the major arcana. After the moment of reckoning and reconciliation of all that you've learned from the Fool up to this point, once you do this, you move to the last card, and that's the World. Don't you want your world moment, Sagittarius? You know you do. And you have to get to that world moment so you can be this Queen or King of Pentacles. Don't be so hard on yourself. Ignore that inner critic, okay? Drown out that background noise. You have totally got this. This was such a great reading. Aries and Leo had good readings too. So I hope this helped you guys. Look for the second video where I do a tarot spread with my psychic tarot deck. This is how Source and Universe in its entirety speaks through me and gives your sign and all the signs advice about a specific question you want answered, and I'll go over all your oracle cards that I've drawn for you guys. I'm excited to do that. Okay, that's all we've got time for, Sag. I absolutely freaking love this reading, you guys. Have a great second week of September. I'll be listening to the universe for you. I'll see you next time.